Hey, welcome in everybody. Welcome in everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wow. So, today was not really the day people or the White House thought they were going to get. Seems like the White House is upset that people seem to think that this is something that was staged, this shooter at the Correspondents Dinner. You don't just get to slap the word staged around on something seriously every time you don't trust the people involved. But can we trust this administration? That's the problem. They dropped the investigation about Butlerville. Who knows what's going to happen with this shooting? Uh, the problem is people don't believe this White House. Not as much as they should. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Damn, y'all, they missed again. No, but for real, on a serious note, that was the fakest thing I've ever seen. And I watched the 2024 election results roll in. So, and let me really just lay out all the reasons why I think that, okay? So, well, for one, he did it before, right? Two, Caroline Leavitt literally right before on the red carpet, if that's even what you could fucking call it, said that there were going to be shots fired. Also, whenever it happened, the reactions on all the faces of the people that would have been in the know were so telling. Like Trump himself with Melania and someone else on either side of him literally gagged. They were like, which maybe they were acting too, but while they were looking shocked as hell, he was literally sitting there like smirking. Also, whenever Secret Service rushed onto the stage to start evacuating people or whatever, they got J.D. Vance first. And then just left Trump there, out in the open. Left the president out in the open when there's apparently an active shooter. Okay. Kash Patel, same sort of thing. He's just sitting in the middle of the room, ducked down, but just watching, as if he's just waiting for it to be over so he can go back to pounding his drinks again. Another one, Pete Hegseth, there's a video of him literally just, tongue-in-cheek, just walking through the room, not going to hide or take, just literally just walking across the, honorable mentions though need to go out to Erica Kirk's walk by cry where she could be heard saying, I just want to go home. Okay, then leave. No one knows why you were there in the first place. And also to Stephen Miller using his pregnant wife as a shield. I also think it's worth noting that right after this happened, when Trump was talking to the press, the first words basically out of his mouth were, well, this is why I need my ballroom. This is why I need my private ballroom. There it is. There it is, right? Another staged attempt to garner sympathy. Also, I don't see anyone talking about this really, but he never goes to these White House Correspondents Dinners. He never went during his first term, didn't go last year, but this first one that he went to, shots rang out. Also, after the shooter was identified, photos from, his personal life or whatever started trickling out, and there are photos of him wearing an IDF sweater. This is so fake. And honestly, maybe this is taboo of me to say, but I feel like these situations like this always end up with the Democrats coming out too, being praying for President Trump, violence is never that. Oh my god, y'all are falling into the trap. But who knows, y'all? Maybe third time's the charm. Let's bring the next one in. But what do y'all think? Comment below.
To rumble, is he not?
He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I love it all. And you wrote most of it, you said.
I can't take credit. In true Donald Trump fashion, the man puts his pen to the paper himself. So it's a lot of his own work.
To rumble, is he not?
He is ready to rumble.
They got serious footage up in there. Serious footage. In clear 4K. In clear 4K. Okay? Now, if this administration had been upfront and clear from the beginning and every time they spoke, we wouldn't have this problem. But the problem is this administration has been less than honest with the American people. Most of the time, less than honest. They have people in and out of the administration in front of the camera, always telling stories, always shifting narratives, always never being fully upfront with the American people. Every person that this administration puts in front of the camera has a script. This is why people don't believe that this was really an assassination attempt. The one where the president got shot on the ear. Remember when the president got shot on the ear in Butler? They stopped that investigation. They stopped that because they didn't want people to know about that investigation.
Who's so corrupt that he's already been convicted of 34 felonies for fraud, and you're wondering whether or not a staged assassination attempt was in fact staged. Does that not answer the question for you? Because at what point in time in history have you ever looked at a president and wondered, did he fake his own assassination attempt? That's what we're dealing with right now in real time. You're watching an individual that not only has enriched himself and his family, but he has been willing to violate the Constitution of this country with impunity, like he did the girls on the island, allegedly. We have to say allegedly because we don't want to be suppressed any more than we are. But whether or not you believe it or not, whether it's staged or not, the fact that you're living in a presidency that questions the idea of, was it real? Was it fake? Should make you realize that we are not dealing with people that are truthful, honestful, or should be leading our country. And if you're still supporting this guy, you are so much a part of the problem that you're actually facilitating it at this point.
I'll tell you what really hit me, though, was later that night when I was on social media or the next morning, a good chunk of the country thinks this was staged. And I don't think that. Let me just be clear. I don't think that. But where are we in America? When Reagan was shot in 1981, nobody would have thought about that. And so, I think I think people have to take stock of just the level of influence that misinformation, that the lies have had on the American psyche, that the first conclusion so many people reach because of the polarization and because of some of the things that our elected officials have done, frankly.
We do have breaking news out of Washington, D.C.
No one cares. That's the real story here. Literally, no one cares. Everyone thinks this is fake. Because of course they do. Because everything is fake. Everything is spectacle and theatrics, which isn't a new thing in the world of politics and media, but
No, it is a new thing in this administration. Let's stop pretending people are crazy for side-eyeing this situation because they're not. When you got a president and an administration that folks already feel has played fast and loose with the truth, you don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. No, I'm not believing anything this administration said. When I stopped putting my stock in this administration, I stopped putting stock in this administration when they lied about Alex Preddy. That's when I started putting stock in this administration. That's when I knew this administration was lying when they talked to the American people. That's when I knew for sure that the stuff that they said, you had to fact check everything they said, and you had to fact check the fact that they would lie about a decent American citizen. The minute they call him a domestic terrorist or they try to call him a terrorist, that's when I knew this administration was lying. So now everything they do is suspect. Okay? Everything they do. They like to play they like to play fast and loose with the truth. Okay, that's how that works. Trust is like a glass. Once it's cracked, everything else is distorted. So now something like this goes down at a high-profile event like the Correspondents' Dinner. Confusion, chaos, security, scrambling. The president has never been to one of these since he's been a president. This is the first time he's been to one. Not in his first term. This is his second. This is his term. The second term. The second year, he decides he's gonna go. And the minute he decides he's gonna go, this shots rang out. The minute he decides that he's gonna go, somebody tries to take his life. They stopped the investigation about Butler, Pennsylvania. They shut that investigation down because they didn't want nobody to know about the rest of what was happening in the investigation. They clouded out the investigation with Charlie Kirk. Too many things this White House has hid for us to just believe that this assassination, and it probably wasn't even no assassination, and they say an assassination attempt. The man got to the first checkpoint. He didn't get no further than that, okay? We can't believe everything they say. That's all I'm saying.
Laziness and lack of seriousness with which this circus of an administration is operating has certainly made apathy a mainstream response to it. I mean, he bombed a girls' school in Iran and hasn't owned up to it yet. Of course no one cares that someone allegedly tried to off him. He teamed up with a genocidal maniac.
Right.
To start a war that will not only cost thousands of lives, it will also collapse the entire world economy. For no reason. Why would we care? He has rolled back every conceivable protection for the environment and keeps spreading anti-science propaganda so his friends can make a little bit more money. Why would we care about yet another half-assed assassination attempt? He has done all in his power to destroy the entire Western world order and strengthened Russia and China in the process. Oh no, someone tried to shoot the president again. Just as his poll numbers are tanking. Oh no, what a coincidence. Everything he touches, everyone he surrounds himself with, are fake. Fake lips, fake tits, fake gold, fake pools, fake Bible verses, for crying out loud. False promises to voters, false prophets in his cabinet, false flags for the cameras, and if I may say so, a somewhat subpar acting from the cast this time.
I just want to go find Suzanne.
What a great idea, Erica. You should go home and stay there. No one cares anymore. And maybe that's the point, I don't know. Not to convince you of anything, not to win, just to make reality so exhausting. So exhausting to hold on to that we just give in and play along. Or maybe it's just a sad attempt at getting support and funding for his ridiculous ballroom. It's probably, that's probably it, yeah. This is the end of news.
Isn't it wild that no one is even questioning if it was staged? Like, people aren't even making like think pieces of this. Like, could it be staged? Could it not? It's just so obvious that we've skipped that and we're like, oh yeah, this was obviously staged. And also at this point, like, they can't make it more believable because we're all seeing it and this person was in the building. How on earth are you getting in a building with the president and you have a concealed weapon? How is it happening? We all know how security is. We all know you're not getting a gun through there. So how the heck would a gun gotten into that building? Unless maybe someone gave it to him or let him in. And then the second obvious thing was that they just continued the dinner. You're mean to tell me that the president and possible vice president were almost assassinated and the gunman was gunned down in the building and they were like, oh yeah, never mind, we're just gonna go on with the dinner. Now, I am not a Secret Service expert, so maybe someone who is can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but that has to be against protocol. No? there was an attempt on his life and then they're going to keep him in the same building and just have the show go on? But that would make sense because that's the slogan for show business. And that's who Trump is. He's a reality TV star. So I guess it does track because it wasn't real. So the show had to go on.
Courage under fire that evening at the press conference to announce to the world and be as transparent as possible. He's assembled the greatest law enforcement team that I've ever seen. And between myself and Mark Mullen and the interagency in the White House, we are prepared to tackle this investigation as we've done since it started. Hey, thanks so much for having me on. First and foremost, I want to remind your audience of President Trump's leadership, literally courage under fire that evening.
That man has been on his knees since that damn lawsuit was filed. This man has been on his knees since that lawsuit he's filed that lawsuit. They gonna get you, buddy. You better leave them lawsuits alone. You out here talking about I'm finna sue the Atlantic because they call me a drunk. You better leave that discovery alone. Because the minute they pull out the discovery and say you got to prove the shit that you saying and you got to prove that you ain't no drunk, you in trouble, buddy. You in trouble. Black America, what did you want to talk to me about? What happened?
HQ, why are you doing this? Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? HQ, I am arguably your last original supporter. I am your last original fucking supporter. You have.
I can't help it, y'all on the wrong side of history. I can't help
it's
it.
Not.
On
It's
the wrong side of history. I can't help
HQ, did you just hear what that last lady said?
What the last lady said?
The last lady said, "Oh, they kept him in the place and had the dinner." That's a fucking lie. They gunned him down. That was a fucking lie. No, HQ, you have to stop.
Down. Who did they gun down?
She said they gunned the guy who was the shooter down.
She didn't say that. She said she said they kept them in the building and they still had dinner while they was in the building.
But that's all lies. But none of that's true.
What do you mean?
That's
they
what I'm
saying. In the building.
No, he fucking left. Trump left.
No, we're talking about the dude that tried to shoot at the Correspondents Dinner. That's what we're talking about. What do you mean?
No, HQ. You need to engage in some active listening. I don't think you actually be listening to what these people say.
What are you talking about? That lady just said. What did that lady just say?
That lady said, "Oh, he had a gun in the building." No, he didn't have a gun in the building. He tried to enter the building with the gun. They stopped him at the first security checkpoint. He tried to push through, and then they took him down. He did not get gunned down. Okay. So then she said, "Oh, Trump just hold on." No, that's not what she said, HQ. That is not at all what she said. You need to listen to it again, piece by piece. And
I'm listening to
understand exactly what she's saying.
Exactly what she said right now. Right now. What she said. Let's go.
Okay.
Wild.
Okay, go ahead.
No one is even
go ahead.
Questioning if it was staged. Like people aren't even making like think pieces of this. Like, could it be staged? Could it not? It's just so obvious that we've skipped that and we're like, oh yeah, this was obviously staged. And also at this point, like they can't make it more believable because we're all seeing it and this person was in the building. How on earth are you getting in a building with the president and you have a concealed weapon?
Stop it. Was he in the building?
Yes.
Stop it.
He got a room.
Stop it.
In the building.
Was he?
He had a room in the building.
He wasn't in the building. He was trying to get into where the dinner was, and he made it to the first security checkpoint, and they stopped him.
He had
HQ.
a room in the hotel.
He tried to get into the ballroom where they were having dinner. When he got to the security checkpoint, HQ, they
Yes.
stopped him.
Okay,
So
so
what
what
does
part
that
of
mean?
what she
So
said, what part of what she said was not true?
that he was in the building with a
Yes.
gun.
Yes.
He was not. He was not in the building with a gun. HQ.
Yes, he was. How did he get past them if he didn't have a gun?
He didn't get past.
He
Are you?
didn't come. Wait a minute.
Are
Hold
you
on.
trolling
You
me? Are you
no,
trolling
wait,
me?
hold on, hold on. You seem to think he walked from the street into the door. No, he was. No, he didn't. He was already in the hotel. He already went to
That
their room. He came
okay.
down
So that's fine.
the stairs with a gun
That,
already.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so he had a room at the hotel, right? Once again, I am a 15-year professional hotel worker here in Vegas, and we had many people come with guns all the time. If you have a gun, it is your right to have a gun. We don't
Okay.
check we don't frisk people just because they have a gun, HQ. Now, with that being said, fine. He has a gun up in his room. When he tried to come down the ballroom, the security stopped him, HQ.
Yes, we
They
know that.
didn't
So
and keep put and keep
what
playing.
part didn't she
Uh-huh.
say? You said she said a lie. What part is a lie?
The part she just said is a lie.
No, it's not. He
Rewind
had
it and
a
listen
gun.
to it again, HQ.
What
Yes,
part?
he
What
had
part?
a gun.
Yeah, and he came in with a gun. Yes.
It's just so obvious
But
that
he
we've
did
skipped
he
that and we're
he
like, oh
didn't
yeah, this
come
was
in.
obviously staged.
He came in on the floor. He was on, just for example, he was on floor 10. He came down to floor 3, came in the exit elevator door with the gun. He was already in the
Okay,
hotel with a gun. That's what she
that's
said.
fine. That's no, that's not what she's saying.
Yes, it
That's
is what
not
she
at
said.
all what she's saying.
She didn't say he
That's
came
not at
from
all
the
what
street.
she's saying.
We know he didn't come from the street. We already know he was in the hotel. So she wouldn't have said anything
Right.
other than he came on the floor. He came on the floor with the gun. He already had the gun. He was already in the hotel. He didn't walk in from the street. She didn't say he walked in from the street.
Did he get into where they were having the
Did he get to
correspondence
that
dinner?
floor? Yes, he got to that
No,
floor.
no, not the floor. The getting to the floor is fine. You know why? Because there's hundreds of people that
Right.
are on that floor, hundreds of people coming and going. So
Right.
getting on the floor shouldn't be a problem. Did he get into where the the people were having the correspondence dinner?
No, she didn't say that.
Listen to it again, HQ. Like really
Right
listen
here.
to what
Right
she's
here.
saying.
Listen to
So
what
at
she's
this
saying.
point, like they can't make it more believable because we're all seeing it and this person was in the building. How on earth are you getting
In the
a
building.
with the president
In
and
the
you have a
building.
concealed weapon?
She didn't say anything about a floor. She didn't say anything about the door. She said the person got in the building with a gun. So what part of that is a lie?
HQ.
What?
Have you ever been to a hotel?
Yes.
Have you ever took a bottle of wine to a hotel?
No.
Oh, okay. So you don't drink or anything. All right. So if I go to a hotel and I have a bottle of tequila
Mm-hmm.
in my bag, Nobody's going to know that I have a bottle of tequila in my bag, HQ. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But why
It's
are you
perfectly
saying
fine
that? Why are you saying
because the things that I have on my person,
that?
you're not going to know that I have them on my person. It's a hotel. We don't
So
check
yeah, but
people
see, you
up
jumped
and down.
ahead. You jumped ahead somewhere. We're not talking about what he had on his person. What are you saying that she's lying about? He got in the building, into his room, and check this out. And this is a room. This is a hotel where three lines directly to the president are coming into that building. So you mean to tell me that no security went through any of the floors to check and make
No,
sure there was nothing going
no,
on none of them floors? So nobody thought
no,
that. Nobody thinks that's a security risk.
no.
I,
HQ, do you
I,
know
I
what
would have thought
happened?
it was a security
No,
risk.
no, no. HQ, do you know what happened here in Vegas on October 1st a couple of years ago?
Right.
A man went to Mandalay Bay and they were having a big concert out there. It was one of the worst mass shootings in the country. He killed like 50 people.
That person. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because nobody checks your bags when you go to a hotel.
Yes, I get that, Black America, but this is not a regular hotel. This is
The
not
Mandalay,
a regular hotel.
the Mandalay Bay, the
Not that
Mandalay Bay.
hotel.
It
Not that hotel. I'm
no,
talking about the
no,
hotel the president was at. This correspondence
yes,
dinner. This was not a regular
yes.
hotel.
I understand that,
So
HQ. And
therefore,
so what?
there should have been more security and more protection because this was not just a hotel. This was a place
HQ,
where the
do you know the names of any hotels in Las Vegas, HQ?
Mandalay Bay, Harris Casino, the
All
Sphinx.
right.
I know a couple.
Uh-huh. So you know a couple. So HQ, what I am telling you is, as somebody that worked in the hotel industry, I was a bellman. You know what that is?
Yes.
I was a bellman for 15 years, HQ. Nobody in no hotel, whether it's the Bellagio, Trump, Wynn, Mandalay Bay, all of our hotels are the best in the country. I dare say in the world here in Las Vegas. Nobody does that. You
To
don't risk
a normal hotel, they do not do that. But this was not
HQ.
a normal hotel.
Obama and Clinton always stayed at the Bellagio when I was there. The prince of one of those Saudi princes were always at the hotel when I worked there. These are not normal people, and still we have 3,000 rooms. We don't check anybody when they come in. Warren Buffett comes in. We didn't do it. We just don't do it. It is
Well,
not protocol.
respectfully, those are not the president. And those are not the president, the vice president, the House Speaker. That's not the cabinet. That's not those people. Those people are a different level of security. Not regular. Then those are not regular people. Those are regular people you're talking about. President, the current president, the House Speaker, Vice President, that's a whole different level of security that they should have had. That person should never have been able to make it on that with a gun.
We don't do it.
And to make it so bad, which is really terrible, he made it onto the floor and he shot somebody and nobody shot him.
They took him down. Why shoot him? So you want them to kill him?
I'm just saying, they shot 5, 6, 7 times and did not nail one of them hit him, but he managed to hit one of them.
Do you have proof that they shot that many times?
You can
I didn't hear any other shot. No, I didn't hear any other shot.
I'm saying you can hear it on the video.
This is what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is, when you go to a hotel, nobody's going to check your bags if you carry your bags into the room.
I believe you. I believe you completely. I believe you. But I'm saying to you, this is a different level of security that should be the protocol.
And what I'm telling you is, when Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, any president, even Jimmy Carter came once, right before or after, like when his brain cancer flared up again.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago. I can't exactly remember. But the Bellagio was a high resort. It was the first $2 billion resort and casino in the world. You know what I mean? We had all of the dignitaries from all across the world come there. There was no checking of people's baggage and things of that nature, HQ. I'm just telling you, it doesn't work.
I get that whole thing completely. I'm saying this is a different level of security that was needed. This person should never have gotten as far as they got with a gun.
He didn't get far. He got to the first checkpoint and he got stopped and apprehended. That's as far as he got. He got as far as he could go. Huh?
I'm not the only person that looked at it and said there was a security breach. I'm not the only person that said that. There's plenty of people asking.
But it wasn't us. And this is another thing. You gotta stop following these white people, HQ. These white.
I follow the news. I don't follow just white people. I follow the news. Whatever news is the most important thing. That's what I report.
You gotta stop following these white people. They are leading you down a wrong way.
What are you
listen? I don't want JD Vance to be president, but you know what? And like I said, I left it on your last video. Even you yourself have said Grim Reaper's coming for him. He's going to get his. What that white woman was saying on that other video is all the shit she was saying for the last year and a half.
The what? You going in and out. You going in and out.
You couldn't hear me?
I didn't hear a thing you said. Nope.
No, what I was saying, what the lady said on the last video about all of the talk and the vitriol, you are one of those people that have been saying it. No, you're one of those people that have been saying it, HQ.
Wait a minute.
Oh, the Grim Reaper.
You think all the vitriol, you think all the vitriol comes from the right? I mean, from the left? You think it's just the left that has all the vitriol? Wait a minute. Why is it that every time y'all talk to somebody
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Why is it that every time people talk to somebody that's
a not what I'm saying.
Left, it's never giving smoke to Donald Trump? We never get that smoke, but y'all always want to give us smoke. He started it. He's the one who came down the elevator and said what he said about Mexican people. He's the one who said demons and demonic.
HQ, I don't give a fuck about the Mexicans. You shouldn't care about the Mexicans either. Did you just see what that Mexican police lady was saying and got fired? Like, this is the shit. This is the shit I'm telling you. Like, these Mexicans got nothing to do with black people. Like, you gotta stop this. Fuck them. Let them deport all of them.
But the thing is, I don't just report black news. I report all news, not just black news, not just Hispanic news.
I didn't say I didn't say just black. I didn't say just black. I didn't say just black. What I am saying is,
I mean, you make it
right,
sound like
and I
you make
understand.
it sound like I'm the only person. I'm the only person on this internet that's a Democrat or a lefty. I come from a
No,
Democratic standpoint.
no.
There's plenty of people out there that come from Democratic standpoints, including me. They just don't happen to be black or a lot of blacks because they don't want to talk about. They want to talk about relationships and love and family. I'm tired of talking about relationships, love, and family. Y'all, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to. They don't know how to get into a relationship and stick to a relationship. So therefore, I'm not interested in talking about relationships and love and marriage and all that other garbage. I've been there, done that. So I'm talking about politics now. So they want to talk about.
I understand that. But you in such a bad box, HQ. Like I so if you want to talk about politics, it puts you in such a bad light and a horrible box. You talking about politics.
I can't help it y'all don't keep up with. I can't help it y'all don't keep up with current events. I can't help it that y'all don't keep up with that kind of stuff. How is it my fault?
Everybody keeps up with current events, HQ. Everybody keeps up with current events, HQ.
No, y'all don't. Not like I do. No, y'all don't. Because otherwise,
no, it's not like.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be over here talking about I'm saying hateful rhetoric and you ain't said nothing about Donald Trump or any of the MAGA people saying hateful rhetoric in my chat to me. What do you mean?
Hey, how many times have I blocked people out of your chat? I am the only person in the fucking chat.
So obviously, you know,
and I am constant.
So obviously,
and constantly.
You know, so obviously, you know, most of that hateful rhetoric that came towards me was coming towards me and not going towards them. How is it that I'm having hateful rhetoric?
Oh, because once again, HQ, you know, I am here a lot of times when you're live. A lot of times when you're live, HQ,
so
who's here?
People zombies is hateful rhetoric?
No, yes, you're talking shit.
No, hell no.
We lost. We lost.
That's nothing compared to people calling Democrats
we lost.
Unhinged.
HQ, we lost. We lost. The Democrats lost. They won.
We lost
right?
What do you mean?
We lost. We lost the presidency. We lost the House. We lost in politics this round.
And
it happened.
And now we understand what the stakes were. Now people understand what the fuck they did. Oh hell
no, HQ. Yes. No, HQ.
Oh, yeah,
it's no the speech that Alex Jones, right? And I know you like to say, oh, you're not informed. HQ. I drive 15 hours a day. Listen, I drive 15 hours a day. I am in a truck 15 hours a day. All I'm looking at is information every day. I am very well informed.
And what do you listen to? Because if you bring Alex Jones up to me, then I know what you listen to. Alex Jones, that who was standing around without no shirt on, talking 2 point crazy the other day. You listen to him?
No, I don't listen to him. HQ. This is my point. This is my point. Alex Jones said that Sandy Hook was fake. Right? Mm-hmm. He said that Sandy Hook was a hoax. He said that all of them babies getting shot, and that he said that was all fake. Mm-hmm. That especially a parent and a grandparent, that tears up people like us up, right? Mm-hmm. We look at all of these little lives that's gone, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the Democrats are now saying the same thing that Alex Jones did. Do you recognize that? Do you see that?
Wait a minute, hold on. They saying the same thing. What are you talking about? Same what? What are they saying?
There's that is fake. You didn't hear any Democratic person coming out.
Oh, that you did not just say that us Democrats call Sandy Hook fake. Because I ain't heard
that's not what I'm saying. I said exactly, and that's my point. No Democrat said that Sandy Hook was falsified, that it was fake, that the lives were lost. That was Alex Jones, and then it was Candace Owens came in with that bullshit. All of those people, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, all Charlie Kirk, that was all of them. But now it's the Democrats. Now the Democrats are saying, "Oh, this is fake."
No.
You see what I mean?
No. This ain't Democrats saying that.
That's all you've been playing for the last 10 minutes.
No,
that's all you've been playing for the last 10 minutes.
Those ain't all left people. Those are right people. Those are right. Some of those are right people. Those are not left people.
What are you talking about?
All the right people. All the right people are on X. They on Twitter, and I got plenty of those people that's saying this shit is fake. And those are righty MAGA people. There's plenty of people on both sides saying this shit is fake. On both sides saying this shit is fake.
That's not my point, HQ.
Yes,
that's not my point.
Your point is that my point. You're saying my point of view is way out there. My point of view is not way out there. I'm not saying this is fake. I'm not saying anything of the above. I'm showing you all.
So then why would you play something? Why would you play something that keeps over again saying that it's fake? If you're not saying it's fake and you don't agree with it, why would you play it?
Because it needs to be out there and to be told that people don't believe what this administration is saying. This administration has lied too much for people to believe that this may or may not be fake. So people are not believing this administration because they've lied too much to the American people. And so I'm showing you
HQ,
and I'm showing you
it's a difference of opinion. It's a difference of opinion. You said that Alex Preddy, I feel like Alex Preddy attacked a police officer and he died because of it. But he died because he was protected.
But that doesn't mean he was a domestic terrorist. He was not a domestic terrorist, which is what this administration lied and said he was. He was never a domestic terrorist. He was a regular ordinary guy who had a gun, who was a nurse, who was a war veteran. He was not a domestic terrorist.
Who would attack a police? HQ, I'm a felon, right? I'm a hardcore felon too. I'm talking about a 36 class A felon, federal penitentiary felon. And I know better than to fucking attack a fucking police officer.
Who attacked the police officer? He never attacked anybody physically.
He did. What do you think?
You see it that way. People on the right, like you, see it that way. People on the left, like me, see it a different way.
I've never voted for a Republican. I've never voted for a Republican.
I'm not disputing what you saw. You can't dispute what I saw. I didn't see the man put his hands on nobody. You keep telling me.
Did you see? Hold on.
Put his hands on nobody.
Did you see him jump in his face?
I seen the man.
Did you see him jump in his face?
No, he didn't jump in his face.
So you didn't see Alex Preddy when the cop pushed the lady down. Alex Preddy turned around and jumped in the cop's face. You
turned around. I didn't see him jump in his face. The man had a camera in his hand. I didn't see him jump in nobody's face.
So how did he get so close to the cop? He was bent down. He was bent down. No, he was bent down, turned around. When he looked and seen the lady fall, he spun around and jumped in the cop's face.
The man sprayed him in the face, and he held his hands up to stop the stuff from getting in his eye. That's what I saw.
So that's not it. So that's not attacking a cop.
No, that's not attacking a cop. The cop sprayed. As soon as he swung, he was spraying the lady. When Alex Preddy turned around and saw that he was spraying the lady, the man said the police officer started spraying Alex Preddy in the face, and he held his hands up with his phone in front of his eyes, in front of his face. and the policeman just happened to be standing right there spraying him. He did not attack that officer. That officer, Alex Petty, had his hands up trying to get the spray from getting him in the eye. He did not attack no officer. That's what I saw. I saw the officer spraying him in the face and him with his hands up trying to keep it out of his face. That's what Alex Petty was doing. And when the administration said that Alex Petty was a domestic terrorist, they lied. He wasn't a domestic terrorist. He was just an activist. Activist is not domestic terrorist. So therefore, they lied. So therefore, I can't believe the things that they say if they're going to lie about something as simple as that. Lie about that man attacking the police. Lie about that man doing anything against a police officer. In that moment, they were lying. He wasn't a domestic terrorist, and he did not deserve to die, regardless of whether he attacked the police officer or not. That's what y'all don't get. He did not deserve to get shot, regardless of whether he attacked.
Nobody said that.
Even if I took your word and he attacked the officer, he still didn't deserve to get shot in the back 4 times and died. That's the whole point. You don't seem to get what I'm saying. I'm saying it doesn't matter.
I understand.
Okay, he wasn't a domestic terrorist. He wasn't that.
Yeah. HQ. And once again, like I said, I understand that as men and as what we say, you really don't care about it, right? Because
I care
violence.
About what I saw. You care about what you saw.
No. Listen, because you are not accustomed to violence. You don't give out violence. You don't see violence. Violence is not your thing. Violence is definitely a man thing as far as that's concerned, right? So I understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is, if you show any man that, men are going to agree that if somebody gets in your face, that is attacking you.
Right. The police.
Did he deserve to die, HQ? Did he deserve to die, HQ?
No.
I feel like he deserved to die, but you don't feel like he deserved to die for his actions. I know as a black man.
How did he deserve to die when he put his hands up with his phone? How did he deserve
HQ, as a man?
No.
HQ, as a man? Listen.
You need to explain to me how you...
I'm about to explain. I'm about to explain to you.
I did this.
I'm about to explain to you.
How does that mean I deserve to die? If I do this, you spraying me, how does that mean I deserve to die?
No, HQ, if you turn around from a squatted position and jump in my face, I am going to do everything possible to put you back down in the harshest way possible.
You and I are never going to agree that man deserved to die.
No. But I said, I understand what you're saying. You don't feel that people, because they make a mistake or because they do something, that there should be the ultimate consequence. I dig it. I understand what you're saying. But as a man, as a violent man, as a military firefighter, truck driving asshole, if somebody jumps in my face, I am going to do everything possible to put them on their back forever. That is just a guy thing.
So my question is, because this man turned around and put his hands up because you were spraying him, they were spraying him with...
He didn't put his hands up, HQ.
Yes, he did, because he had the phone in his hand. It's on camera.
Oh,
he's on camera,
okay.
boy. He got the phone in his hand, the camera.
Hold on. So this is going to kill the whole conversation. Mm-hmm. Was he facing the cop when he turned, when he stood up from that crouching position? Was he facing the cop, HQ?
No, when he stood up from the position, from the ground, he had the woman's hand helping her up. He was helping her up off the ground. And when he got done helping her up from the ground, he turned around.
He was about 4 or 5 feet away from her, HQ, because the cop pushed her ass onto the sidewalk. The cop was an asshole.
No, the cop pushed her down to the ground. The cop pushed her down to the ground.
Yes, the cop.
Alex Petty went over there to pick her up.
The cop pushed her down.
And Alex went over there to pick her up off the ground.
Right. But they were about 5 feet apart. That cop. And then he did what? What did he do? He turned around and faced the cop.
When he got up from picking her off the ground, she was ducking the spray. He was spraying Alex back. Alex turned around, put his hands in the air, his phone in front of his face, and he was still spraying him with the pepper spray. He was still spraying him with the pepper spray.
Sis, big sis, I guess you just see it a different way, right? And shout out to you.
You are making a leap from somebody standing up and putting their hands in front of their face to deserving to die. You're making that leap. I'm not making any leap.
I know. No. What I'm saying is, if you face off with me in an aggressive manner, I'm going to take aggressive actions.
What you thought he might do. You are acting as though you are acting on what you thought the person might do. I'm talking about what the person actually did. You're acting on what you thought.
No, you're not. No, I'm not, HQ. I seen that man stand up and turn around aggressively towards a police officer. As a man, I am telling you, even your husband, if any man would jump in his face, he is going to fuck them up. You know that like I know that. You don't get in any man's face in an aggressive manner. And unfortunately, that's what he did, right? Because he's being an activist, right? Mm-hmm. And he ended up getting killed for it. I said, I don't agree with it, but I understand. I understand why it happened.
No.
I totally understand.
What you're saying and what you're saying is illogical, because that man who sprayed Alex Petty and jumped into Alex Petty's face was not the person who shot him. So therefore,
it doesn't matter. I got my crew with me now. I got my crew with me. My crew got my back. My whole crew is with me. We finna get this shit right, shaking and rattling and rolling. Uh-oh. Did you freeze up?
No, I'm here. You hear me?
Oh, yeah. So if I have my crew with me, I got a crew of people with me. You can't do anything to me because I got a bunch of gangbangers behind me. We are going to monkey stomp the shit out of you. And that's why I'm telling you. That's why I told you a couple of weeks ago, HQ, you've never been in a fight.
What I was doing was looking at this video, and what I said is the truth. He didn't jump in his face. He didn't jump in his face.
Did he turn around from the ground position in an aggressive manner?
Let me show it. I mean, where's that? Where's that section? Right here. Where's that section right there? This is him taking that picture. That's him. Right here, push her on the ground.
That's it. That's when he was in the middle of the street.
Alex got a hand. Alex ain't nowhere near him. Alex ain't nowhere near him. He pushed Alex away. Alex.
No. Go before that, HQ. Go before all of this mess.
Go right here.
No.
Right there. Look.
Right there. Now go in slow motion. Go in slow motion.
I'm trying to stop it. He pushes her.
Boom.
Boom.
Yes. Okay.
You see that? You see that? You see
He
that?
pushed
He's
her.
spraying Alex in the face. He's spraying Alex in the face. Alex is nowhere near him.
No, what?
Alex is over
No,
here by the
HQ. I
car.
don't. So
This is Alex. Go back.
hold on, HQ. Can you hear
Right.
me?
Look.
You can't put it on you can't put it on like a quarter speed.
No, I don't know how to do that goofy.
Can you put it on a quarter speed?
I don't understand how to do any of that. No. No.
Right there. There you go. Now take the speed. And now
Slow.
take the speed down. Take the speed. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You see that?
You got to go before that. You got to go before that. You got to go before that, HQ.
Right there. He's filming.
Right there. Right there.
Alex
Good.
is filming.
Nice
Alex,
and slow. Boom. He pushes her.
He's
Hold
spraying
on.
Alex
Now,
in the
what is he doing?
Alex got his hand in the Alex got his hand up. Look.
Did the cop?
Alex ain't nowhere near him. He's spraying Alex. Alex ain't nowhere near him.
HQ, did he turn around in the cop's face?
Look.
That's my point. They are face to face. They're face to face, HQ.
Look.
Boom. And now what does Alex do? He gets right in front of the cop.
Right. So he ain't spraying her no more. So he has his phone in his hand up in the air. He's not doing anything threatening to him. Look.
Hey,
he's not doing
HQ,
anything threatening.
you're not.
He's spraying Alex in the face. Spraying. Alex, push Alex. Boom, boom, boom. Push Alex. Here come the boys. Spraying Alex. Alex ain't nowhere near him. I don't know where y'all getting what y'all talking about.
Alex turned around and got it. Alex turned around and got in his face, HQ.
No, he didn't. Not at all.
He did. Okay. Alex is in the middle of the street, right? Boom. The cop comes, pushes her. Now stop it right there. Now stop it.
Right there.
Stop it right there. Alex is not in his face at this moment. Now, if you play another half a second, Alex is going to be face to face with the police officer.
You see him reaching for the girl?
He's reaching in. He's reaching in for the cop to stop him.
No,
let it play.
That's his hand right there in the middle of the screen.
I see it. I see it.
She won't fall. So she won't fall.
He's already pushed her though.
Okay.
Now, are the cop and Alex face to face?
Spraying him right now. Cop is spraying him right now. Spraying Alex. Alex
HQ, are the cop?
He pulled Alex.
I don't care. I don't care about the spraying. I don't care about the spraying. Are the cop and Alex face to face? You see how they're face to face?
Yes.
Right there. You see that? They're face to face.
Alex got his hand up in the air. You see he got his hands up in the air?
It does.
He got his hands
that
up
does
in the
not
air.
matter.
He's not being aggressive. He just has his hands up in the air.
HQ, what I am telling you is when it comes to men, that does not matter.
Yes, and you're thinking about what he could have did. I'm thinking about what Alex did.
No.
Alex didn't do anything.
No,
you are assuming
I'm not
Alex is going to buck up to the police officer. You're assuming he's going to buck up.
I'm not.
He didn't buck up.
HQ, you're not even listening to me. I'm not assuming anything. He got in the police officer's face. You cannot do that to another man.
He's not in.
That is what I'm telling you.
He's not in his face. As you can see, he had his hand up because he was being sprayed.
He was trying to protect that woman.
Right.
He was trying to protect the woman. Boom, push him. Now he tried to get in between the cop and the woman.
Yes.
He got in his face.
Got in between
HQ.
the cop and the woman. That don't mean
right.
That don't mean him. He had his hands.
No, that's not what I said, HQ. You're not, and that's why I keep saying you don't understand what I'm saying. He got in the cop's face trying to protect the woman.
Yeah, That's right. He stood in the middle between the cop and the woman so he wouldn't spray her or throw her down again.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
How does that translate for you? He was being aggressive to the policeman, and he's the one getting sprayed in the face.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be as honest as possible. Right?
Right.
Me and you are married. We've been married for 20 years. We go to the grocery store and we arguing in the middle of the grocery store.
Right.
And some nerd comes and steps in between me and you while we arguing at the grocery store. What's going to happen to that nerd?
What's going to happen to the nerd? That nerd is probably going to get punched or slung out of the way.
Thank you, HQ.
But that nerd,
that's all. Because you know.
Because that nerd don't deserve to die.
But that nerd is butting in where he doesn't belong, HQ. And that to men, and what I'm telling you is, to men, that is an aggressive maneuver. You've never been in a fight. You have never, HQ. My teeth.
And you know what?
My teeth. These are not real.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. That he just for your sake, he stepped in front of the police officer. Yes, he did. But did
and that's all I've been trying to tell you.
But after that, you're the police officer. You're the officer that is trained to de-escalate. You're the officer that is trained to say, okay, the next step is X, Y, and Z. Not pull a gun. Was the level of violence that you experienced by spraying Alex in the face, did that level reach the point where you had to murk Alex Pretty?
So I don't know if you believe that.
We came to your conclusion. We came to your conclusion that he stood in front of the woman. He stood in front, and you knew what he was doing. He was protecting the woman. He wasn't threatening you.
Yes.
But he was protecting the woman, right? So he stood in front of you.
Yes.
Please don't spray her. Please don't spray her. I got my hand up. Stop spraying me. Stop spraying me. How do you jump from stop spraying me to get me getting killed?
Because you are interfering with what I'm doing. You could smack me, right? Or I could smack you. And then you walk into the bedroom, pull a gun and shoot me. I can't say how you're going to react to my actions. Do you understand? You can't say, well, I said this to him, and now he says, he said something so remarkable to me. You can't control somebody else's actions. You did something, there is going to be a reaction. It doesn't matter how severe and or bad it is.
Yes, it does.
It's just what happens.
Yes, it does.
And what I'm telling you is,
because you're the police officer, you're trained to de-escalate. You're trained to observe these situations and act accordingly. A regular, normal individual might react and pull out a gun and murk somebody, but you're a policeman. You're trained not to do that. So why wasn't he trained not to do that? Okay.
Because you had a man, and I don't even know if you've been pulled over, babe. You might have been pulled over and they let you go. Huh?
As I say, I get your point, to the point where he stood in front of the police officer. And maybe the police officer said, oh, hell no. Let me check this motherfucker. I'm going to check this motherfucker.
That's it.
Yes. So you checked me. You sprayed me in the face. You pushed me over there, pushed me against the car, and I'm good because you pushed me over there by the car. I didn't come and be aggressive with you at all. I was done with it after you sprayed me in the face because I can't see. So
Yes.
what made
Okay.
you
Good. Good. I like that. I like that.
So what made you come over there and grab me and throw me on the ground and shoot me in the back?
Because just because you're done doesn't mean I'm fucking done.
Right, my boy, exactly. You're the person.
You see what I mean?
You're the person
that's my thing. No, it's not. It's a man thing. It's a man thing. HQ.
You're the person that's out of control.
It's not being out of control.
We're out of control because I was
no,
done.
it's not.
You had already neutralized me. You had already
no. You're still moving. HQ, you're still moving. You're not neutralized if you're moving.
I'm neutralized.
You're moving and you have you're moving and you have teeth in your mouth still. You're not neutralized. And that's why I'm telling you, you don't understand violence. You've never been in a fight. Every time we get into a fight in the streets, it is a potential that somebody's going to die. You don't understand that part because you are a loving, caring humanitarian. You are a humanitarian. We can't afford to be like that. We can't afford to be humanitarians.
Yes,
you know,
but you had choice. But that man had choices against Alex Pretty tonight. That night, he had
Alex Pretty also had a choice to stand his ass in the middle of the street like he was already doing and just observe. And he could go hand in his video of the police officers doing whatever actions they were doing. He did not have to involve himself in the shenanigans.
But you're justifying the murder of a person who was neutralized.
I'm not justifying it. I said I don't like it, but I understand, HQ.
Okay. But you understand that he was the person that was out of control. That police officer.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah,
Alex Pretty was neutralized. Alex Pretty was over there leaning against the car trying to see. So what made you grab my arm and throw me on the ground and then put 8 bullets in me?
Because you interfered with what I was doing.
Absolutely.
Once again.
I deserve to die
shout out to Fee.
But did I deserve to die?
Like I said, shout out to Fee. Yes, because you interfered with what I was doing.
No, that's the wrong answer.
Like I said, your husband.
I don't deserve.
No.
Wait a minute.
Your husband was an asshole just like me.
What law says just because I stand in front of you and I stand in front of you and I tell you to stop spraying that lady, what law tells you that I'm supposed to die because I stood in front of you? I'm supposed to die
because you are interrupting me, and you did not
think about what I just said.
Hold on. I'm answering.
I'm supposed to die.
It's no law that says you're supposed to die.
There is no law.
Come on now.
There's no law that says that. So why would you take it in your hands and unalive me? If you know there's there's no law on the books that says I'm supposed to die because I stood in front of you.
What does the law have to do? What does the law have to do with this? You took it a whole nother direction.
Because I didn't commit a crime.
Committing a crime. You're interfering with a police officer's business. That's committing a crime.
That's not a crime.
Yes. Well, what is it?
That's not a crime. That's not a crime. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. That's not a felony. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't matter if it's a felony or not. My little brother got pulled over. Hold on. My little brother got pulled over in front of my house, right in front of my house. So I come out to my front gate and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing to the cops? And they say, step back, stand in the yard. And she's like, oh, come back in the house, babe. Like they're going to do something to you. I'm like, fuck that. They're messing with him in front of the house. And they like, well, he got a headlight out. This is just going to be real quick. You're harassing people. You know what they told me? You are interrupting our investigation. It is a crime, HQ. Yes, it's not a felony, but it is you can be punished for it.
But why were they there? They
Why
were
were who
there.
there?
No. Why did they interact with Alex and the woman? Because Alex and the
Be-
woman were taking pictures. So it's
Okay.
not against the law for me to take pictures. So why would you need to interact with me and I'm taking pictures? You were upset that I was taking pictures. That's not my fault that you're upset.
So the best thing would have been to do, HQ, and this is what I'm saying. The best, especially as a man, if it is a police officer or another man, right? The best thing for a man to do is call the police, right? Or if you're taking pictures and the cops don't like it and he does something to somebody else, they have police boards you can turn that stuff into. They have commissioners and sheriffs and chiefs and all of these people that you can turn these things into. Those people, Alex and all those other people were trying to protect illegal immigrants, and they were protesting.
And American citizens.
HQ, how many police have pulled you over and asked for your immigration papers?
I'm sorry, they were trying to make sure that ICE was doing what they were legally supposed to be doing and nothing illegal.
Yes. Well, they don't understand what's legal and not legal. You don't. HQ,
you can't run up in somebody's house like Donald Trump gave them permission to do. That's against the Constitution. What do you mean?
No, it's not, because if it is an no, listen, HQ.
It's called illegal search and seizure. Yes, it is.
HQ. It's not. Listen, this is the law. If somebody is in the commission of a crime, being an illegal immigrant is a crime. So that's being in the commission of a crime, and they run into a house. Now, if they're in the commission of a crime and you've seen them,
understanding that being an illegal alien is not a crime. It's a civil offense. That's not a crime.
Okay.
Is like jaywalking.
Okay.
You're supposed to get a ticket and be sent along your way. That's not a crime.
HQ. People go to jail. People go to jail for jaywalking in Vegas. And I'm just telling you, maybe you've never heard it, but I've been in jail in 10 different states, and I've heard it a lot. Well, probably 15 states, right? I've been to jail a whole fucking lot, right? Many, many times. And jaywalking, I came across people in jail for jaywalking. So once again, you have been on the straight and narrow your whole life.
They had to have done
You've
other
been
things. Jaywalking.
No, you can get a jaywalking ticket and not go to court or not pay it, and you will end up in jail, HQ, because it's a crime, and you have to pay for it.
I believe that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you. You have been walking the straight and narrow your whole life. You don't understand other things outside of what's of what you do.
I was arrested once for a $10 check. For a $10 check. When I was 17, they arrested me for a $10 check.
Okay. And that's because either you didn't have the money to pay it back or you forgot to pay it back. I'm talking about people that actually do crimes, HQ. It's a difference.
Hey,
It's a
that
difference
was the
between
time
you.
when I applied for the FBI jobs. They said, "Oh, a $10 really a $10 check." When the FBI called me into their office, they said, $10. You got a record for $10 check? I was like, yes. When I was 17.
And that was supposed to be on your juvenile stuff, but FBI do follow you all the way. They go all the way back.
Yeah.
They go all the way back. But
So
HQ, I just
I believe it. But I'm saying there's some sketchy shit going on with that ICE. ICE is still just because we haven't heard the things that ICE are doing doesn't mean they aren't still doing the sketchy things that they're doing. They're just not in the news like they were. That's all. Because
well, I mean,
you heard about all them 13-year-old girls pregnant?
well, yeah, but they're taking them to a special facility so that they can get better. They can get better taken care of. So I understand HQ. I know what they're doing. What happens when a woman is pregnant and she has a baby in America? What happens?
I don't know.
HQ, HQ,
What?
HQ. When a girl has a baby in America,
Mm-hmm.
that's from another country. That baby is an American citizen.
Right.
That baby now is eligible for all of American citizens' rights, which means now that baby gets WIC, that baby gets child care, that baby gets everything that every other American is eligible for.
And they're
So
supposed to
yes,
be the case.
right, and I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is, yes, these girls are coming over and they're going to have as many children as they can.
Why would
They
we?
don't
Why?
care.
No, I'm talking about girls that got pregnant in these detention facilities.
Yeah, that's because girls are whores. They be fucking.
How does 12-year-old girls be whores? How does this many
HQ.
12-year-old? How does this many 12-year-old, 13-year-olds get pregnant in
HQ.
facilities when they're not supposed to be getting pregnant?
When my daughter was in the 5th grade, it was a girl pregnant in her fucking school. I had to have that girl removed out of her class.
Well, wait a minute. It just occurred to me what you said. You're blaming the 12 and 13-year-olds for getting pregnant and not the men who got them pregnant? Because you said that these girls are whores.
Yes. Yes, I did. They're having sex. They should not be having sex. Do you agree that they should not be having sex?
No. The men should not be having sex with these children.
Well, they're not men. They're other children having sex with children. HQ. Do you understand that? Do you understand? Huh?
How do these other children have access to these girls in detention facilities?
Because they're all in a detention facility, which is like a camp. They're all in camps together. It's like a big dormitory, and they're all just stuck in there together. So yes, they have.
You trying to tell me that these girls are pregnant by other young boys?
Yes.
I don't believe
yes.
that.
The girls are whores. Yes, they.
The girls are whores. It ain't the men who are getting these girls pregnant. It's boys getting these girls pregnant. You saying boys are getting other little girls pregnant in these detention facilities and not the men in these detention facilities are getting these girls pregnant.
No, hold on.
Whores.
Hold on. We're both old. You remember the Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields? You remember the Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields?
But I doubt very seriously They have young boys
Remember
that
they stuck on that island, and when they finally found them two kids on that island, they had a fucking baby. Do you remember that?
yes, I remember that. I
You
doubt
know
very
why?
much.
Because she's a fucking whore. She shouldn't have been fucking.
How is
Neither
she
should
a
he.
whore? How is she the
But
whore?
we we can't resist vagina.
So y'all don't have no control, no
We
agency.
don't have any
Y'all
control. No.
so y'all just brainless idiots. Y'all just stick y'all dick in anything.
Thank
So
you. And I've been telling you that for years.
now.
Men are brainless idiots. We will do anything for vagina. We pay for vagina. If a woman has AIDS, a nigga's gonna fuck her. We will do the most devious, stupid shit.
So
we don't have brains. My paper. You know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying is true.
And that's why I cannot think that these young boys are the ones that are getting these girls pregnant. It's the men. These men.
No, it's hey, HQ. I was a boy once, right? Long time ago, I was a boy.
Yeah,
we start looking at your ass. Listen, we start.
But you're also scared of the law.
Who's scared of the law?
You're also scared of older men, and you're also scared of other men, and you're scared to do something like that in a facility when you're just a regular, ordinary dude. You're not a criminal. You're just an ordinary.
No, you're not. Right? HQ, hide and go get it. We was playing hide and go get it as kids. Why are you acting like you didn't play hide and go get it?
I'm saying to you that these girls are getting pregnant by men, not boys.
And I'm telling you that that's not the truth. I'm telling you that they're whores and they are fucking.
And you're telling me that the girls are tempting the men to have sex. That's what you're telling me.
Do girls who matures faster, girls or boys? Like, you don't want to do this with me. I'm trying to tell you, baby. Women mature faster.
That don't mean she holding her ass out for a 13-year-old boy.
Oh.
That means she holding her ass out for a 13-year-old. You're making a blanket statement that these girls who got pregnant in these facilities, in these detention facilities, in these illegal immigration detention facilities, that these men, none of the men are touching these girls. It's all girl on boy. It's girl on boy.
Yes.
It ain't girl on man. Because men, ain't none of them guards. Ain't none of them.
No. The men are in a separate. The Latino men are in a separate space. Hold on. Because those boys, those young men, those children, they're with their mothers.
Okay, so the little boy is fucking a girl with his mother and their family right there. That's what you're saying?
I'm not saying they're right there, HQ, but I'm saying they are in proximity. They're sneaking off to the. You never went to summer camp and some boy squeezed your ass or gave you a kiss? Like, what kind of.
What fucking in no detention facility, that's for sure.
What?
But I wouldn't be fucking in no detention facility.
I heard you, but what I'm saying is that summer camp, when people have their first love and first crush, 11, 12, 13 years old, HQ.
Yeah, well, I didn't have sex till I was 18, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's you. That's you, HQ. That's not most girls, and you're not most girls or women. Like, you can't do that because these other girls have 100 partners by the time they finish high school. These other girls are whores. That is just, you're not a whore, but they are whores.
That's yeah, but I think it's some of those guards. Those guards are doing what they doing too.
But and this is the whole thing about it, HQ. It would be so stupid. But yeah, I could believe that one guard would do it, right? I could believe that one guard would do it. But this is the whole thing about it. You know you're going to get caught if they have a DNA test. Nobody's going to. Men, for the most part, don't have a problem when they're guarding people like that. That is a woman's problem. The women's guards inside of prisons are always coming up pregnant by the prisoners because women do that, not the men. If now,
You
me
just told
personally,
me,
if
you
I was,
just told me men don't have no control. Why wouldn't men do that?
well, they won't do it because we get money. If I'm making 100 some thousand a year, I could go buy some pussy on the street. Why I want to fuck these bitches in here? Or I could still have sex with them, but I won't get them pregnant. Women that are guards in facilities come up pregnant all the time. They do.
Yeah.
Women that are in men around men or in men's facilities, they end up going to jail. I know you've been seeing these women go to jail. They be bringing contraband. How you think all these niggas got phone in jail? They got jail talk.
Yeah.
These niggas have cell phones in jail. That is ridiculous.
Yes, but these are, but we're talking about young girls. We're talking about young girls that are getting having problems with these people getting them pregnant. I believe these are young girls getting pregnant by the guards.
No, 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 they're not. But the whole thing about it is that
you taking away the agency of men. Men, you make it seem like men just got dick between their legs and they don't have no kind of thought process. They just gonna be fucking. They don't care who they fuck. It don't matter who they fuck. So therefore, to me, if they don't have no agency about who they fuck, then they fucking them young girls in those facilities because they don't care. They just want to have sex.
That's not what I said. I think you're misinterpreting what I said.
You said that they didn't have no agency. You said that they can't help it. They too tempted by the women. The women got the pussy so good they will fuck anything. So that tells me they'll
yes.
fuck.
Hey, HQ, do you know that there is a list of animals? You know what the manatee is? The sea cow?
Mm-hmm.
Pirates used to fuck manatees. Like men, goats. Have you heard of men fucking goats? Like this is a real thing.
Manatee?
There is a whole list of animals that men used to have sex with.
No.
It is actually, there's actually a law on the books. I want to say it's Idaho or Iowa. It's a law on the books where it's a certain bird that a man is not allowed to have sex with because men were having sex with birds.
Ostrich.
Hold on. Which one?
Ostrich.
Ostriches?
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's real. That's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. These young girls, their mothers say, well, baby, you need to have a baby right now because they're not deporting us right away. If you have a baby, you get to stay in the country longer and hopefully you will be able to become an American citizen. Baby becoming an American citizen. That's why us black people, right? And this is what I was telling you. That's why us as black people are trying not to extend the 14th Amendment to them because we don't want them coming in and having these anchor babies, right? They just having babies that are tethering them to our country. We don't know. Birthright citizens should not be for that child. Or, like I said, yes, we keep the kid, kick the fucking parent out, and keep that kid and train them to be our super soldiers and our garbage men and all the other things. Nobody likes Nobody likes that idea because they think it's child abuse. But if you want to bring these people in and make them productive citizens, that's what you need to do. But they can still kick that parent out. Hey, we got a deal. Your baby is an American citizen. It can stay here, but you can leave. If you want to, you can take your baby back with you. I bet you 90% of them will say, I'll go back, let my baby stay. Because it doesn't matter. They just want those children in the country so they can sponsor other people. That's the once
Yeah,
again, and that's why I was saying,
but they're not getting rid of the 14th Amendment. They're not getting rid. I listened to the Supreme Court a couple weeks ago. Supreme Court a couple weeks ago. They wasn't even trying to hear about that argument that Donald Trump people or whoever that person. They wasn't even trying to hear that 14th Amendment. They saying that's a part of the Constitution. The man said the world has changed since they made the 14th Amendment. And then the Supreme Court guy, the justice said, but people are all the same all the way around the world. The world may have changed, but the Constitution didn't change. That's exactly what he said, which told me,
yeah,
we're finna change the 14th Amendment for nobody.
but we as Black people need that to change. We actually should be advocating.
They not making us suffer in no way, shape, or form.
HQ, and once again, you're a humanitarian. I understand that. But people, you have grandkids. I got 10 grandkids. I have an 8-year-old. I don't want those people competing with my children and my grandchildren.
Why not?
Because that makes it less. It makes it all.
Our kids are supposed to just get stuff. They're not supposed to.
No, they're supposed to work for it.
Okay, so why can't they? What's wrong with working for it again against everybody? You compete just
because it's all because it's 46 million of us. It's already 80 million Mexicans and like a almost 200 million white people. We got enough people to work against. We don't need any help hanging ourselves. We don't need any more competition.
Yeah,
we already have to work 10 times harder. You already, as a Black person, I don't know if in your city, but here we got like supermercados, like the Mexican stores. Mm-hmm. There are no Black people working in those. You have the labor union. The Mexicans run the labor union. That's a great job for a young man. They start out at like $25, $26 an hour to push a broom. You know who can't go get jobs there? Young Black men, because all the jobs, the Mexicans are the people on top, and they don't hire any Black people. Mm. What happens when it rolls over into plumbing, electrician, and the carpentry? What happens when they're in charge of all these jobs? Mm-hmm. It won't be there. It won't be any competition. It'll be a slaughter. It'll just be a bunch of poor Black people. Mm. Because you don't live with your kids. Your house isn't paid for. When you die, your kids are going to sell your house and fuck off your money. These Mexicans, it's 1,000 of them living together, and mm-hmm. they're buying trucks and they're buying businesses and they're becoming in positions of power. And then when they move up, they bring the other people in. We don't have that in the large majority. So no, I don't want any more competition. For my kids and grandkids have enough competition. They can still be the best. That you was complaining about it 2 or 3 weeks ago about the Black people being removed off the list. You was like, well, one of my brothers
off the list of the promotion for the head set,
right?
Promotion, yeah,
right. My brother became a general. Like I want to say it's 6-7 months ago. My brother became a general 6 or 7 months ago, mm-hmm. right? But he's been in the military for 30 something years. Like he's been working his ass off. You see what I mean? He has enough people to compete against. And as black people, we don't have a stronghold. We don't have a stronghold. We don't need anybody else to compete against. When Latino people put white on their resume and they put white on the census, HU, that's what I was telling you. Their proximity to whiteness that's already going to do us in. So I don't know, but
I had to sit and have a conversation. I had to sit and think about that. But let me finish my show so I can close out. I want to close out.
Okay.
But I definitely want to have a conversation about that.
Yeah, we can. We can. Yeah, we can anytime you want with this immigration. Like I said, HQ, all I do is look at information. And I'm a Democrat, right? But I'm not one of those blue-haired, it's okay to be gay Democrats. That's not the kind of Democrat I am, right? And that's why I say my own party is losing me, because you can't just do anything you want. There's no carte blanche. It has to be some kind of system, right? And no longer does the Democrat has a system that men can get behind. We don't support homosexuality. That's our biggest thing. And that's all you guys are trying to push right now on the Democratic side.
We're not pushing that gay thing. Y'all keep bringing that gay thing up. We don't bring up that gay thing. Y'all bring that gay thing.
Hey, HQ, have you listened anytime they say they say black and LGBTQ and all the other communities? As long as a person who is running for office says that, they're going to lose the man vote unless you have those sympathizers, like Alex Preddy. I think Alex Preddy, all of those guys. But go ahead, do finish your show up. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Talk about the immigration. Okay. All right. Wait a minute.
We have some news right now. Lindsey Graham says that he is introducing legislation, among other Republicans, to provide $400 million of taxpayer dollars to fund Donald Trump's ballroom. That's where we're at right now, where now there is active legislation and a lot of Republican institutional support to provide hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars to build a ballroom that would not have stopped what happened on Saturday night at the White House Correspondents Dinner. But that's not all. He says that the cost is going to be offset by customs, that money we make by at customs fees, essentially, when you're bringing goods through the border. That's not necessarily true. I know a lot of Americans would not support $400 million going to the ballroom, especially after Donald Trump made it his mission, personally at least, to do it in a way where not a single taxpayer dollar is spent. Now, is that true or not? I don't know, but ultimately, it looks like Republicans in the Senate right now are moving towards providing a lot of money for this ballroom.
Full-on Trump derangement syndrome, okay? And it informs how they see the world and how they react, and how irresponsible they are now is on full display for the whole country. I hope voters remember this in the fall. You got to keep the grown-ups in charge, and that's the Republicans.
Is this a coincidence, or do these moments always benefit the same people? Watch this.
This speech tonight will be classic. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So,
is this another perfectly timed event to gain sympathy, dominant headlines, and distract from growing political pressure? Just hours before the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting scare, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt hyped the event by saying Donald Trump would bring a heat and there would be shots fired. Then suddenly, an armed suspect allegedly opens fire near the event. Trump is dramatically rushed out by Secret Service. People are now comparing it to the 2024 Butler rally assassination attempt incident, where Trump's image and poll numbers surged after he survived an assassination attempt. The Butler rally incident turned Trump into a symbol of strength overnight and boosted sympathy across the country. Now, with criticism rising, polls tightening, and pressure building, another dramatic security scare puts Trump right back in the spotlight as the man under attack. Is this politics or performance? The question every citizen should ask tonight is simple.
How many attacks does one man survive exactly when he needs sympathy the most?
Hey, look, what exactly what exactly happened at that event? What did security know and when? What policies were already being discussed before this incident? That's how you corner the truth. We don't know what happened. We don't know whether these people it was set up or staged or what. I don't know. I can't really tell because I never really covered the two other assassination attempts. Okay, all I understand is that this administration has not been forthcoming about the things that they said and the things that they said to the American people. So now I can't believe everything they say. I can't believe how I have to fact check everything that they say. I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm not saying any of that. People jump straight to it was staged. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I'd rather have more evidence than believe just what these people say. Okay, if there's something deeper going on, they haven't elicited trust from me. They haven't gotten trust from me. So I'm gonna have a skeptical eye in the coming weeks about what the hell went on when it came to this getting shot at this ballroom and people not reacting the way they were supposed to react. What's his name? Cash Patel hunkering down under the table, them getting JD Vance out before they got out Trump, Trump sitting there even after the shots fired, other people still sitting there, Cash Patel not running towards the gunfire, he ducking under. It was a lot of weird shit. All of these things. How did a person get into the building with a gun? How did he get into the building with a gun? Security perimeter. I thought they thought Black America was saying that they don't check bags and things when people come to the hotel. Yes, but this is a different thing. This is a different situation. The president, the three people that are in line for succession to the presidency was in that room. You should have had double, triple security. Y'all should have went through all the rooms in that hotel, made sure that nobody had nothing goofy and shit like that. Made sure all of the doors were locked from the inside. Made sure nobody could get in anywhere. But they didn't do that. So I just had to question the things that were going on last Saturday night. I just had to question, why wasn't this done? Why wasn't that done? Wasn't security lax? It seemed that it was lax, but I don't know. That was just me. That's just me, and these are the questions that I got, and a lot of people have these questions. So if you guys appreciate the content, please put a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next show. Appreciate it.